The Voice goes live tonight, Monday night. How excited are you?
I'm excited. I'm nervous, but in a good way. It's different than the blinds and the battle rounds where it's like terrifying and you're just hope that you survive. So this is kind of a good excitement, nervous energy. It's a big stage. It's a new ball game. It's great.
How does somebody actually prepare to stand on live television and sing in front of 15 million people?
You don't. You just get thrown in the deep end and hope you don't drown. Luckily, Christina took us to Jay Leno earlier this week, so we have a little bit, that one bit of experience. But one thing I'm going to do and I'm excited about is just to enjoy the moment. My song is very intimate, and so this is really my dream situation. Soft lights, dark room, big audience, great song, intimate song, and I'll just try to get lost in it and not worry about the millions.
Are you allowed to tell us what the song is?
Not yet, but you know the song. You know it very well.
And it's going to be an operatic song?
Well, I'm going to do it in my voice. It's a pop song, but that will be done in a very classy way, very classical.
Now, you've been doing this opera music for years and years, right, since you were in high school. How did that go over with your friends when you were 15, 16 years old singing opera music? Did they get it?
Yeah, I mean, I've never really thought of it. It was always just something I did, and nobody really thought anything of it. I mean, I still did everything else that everyone else did. I played football, basketball, tennis, ran cross country. I did all the normal like dude things, but then I also had this passion for classical singing.
You were an opera jock.
I opera jocked it. I did. I like that.
Well, because a lot of times kids that are in like musical theater and stuff like that in high school and grade school can get teased and sort of ostracized, but you were able to balance it out with sports.
Totally. Yeah, I never had a problem with that.
Was music always going to be your plan, or was there ever a possibility of something else?
Nope. This is always what I wanted. It took a while. I've been pursuing it for 11 years, so this has always been. I always envisioned that this was going to happen. I never knew how, and I thought I had arrived a couple times. I used to be on Sony. I had a major deal. I got dropped. I've done other things that I thought were kind of my arrival point, but right before my blind audition, I had a physical reaction to that opportunity, and I knew that that was the stars aligning, which I'd never had that before.
Now, was getting dropped from the record label, was that one of the toughest things you had to deal with in your life?
Absolutely. I call it the 72 hours of darkness, during which I don't really speak about what happened or what I put into my body. I dealt with the situation, and then I sort of got going again. It took 3 days to...
You Charlie Sheened it.
I Charlie Sheened it big time, and I rose out of the ashes.
Well, how did you do that? I mean, how did you rise out of the ashes? Did someone come to you and smack you in the head and say, "All right, dude, that's enough"?
Honestly, I did have like a Jesus encounter in a way. I was drunk in Central Park with friends during the day, and we needed more booze, and so I went to go get more because I was depressed and basically didn't want to talk to anybody. And I physically ran into Clive Davis on the street.
No kidding. What did you know him at this point?
I did know Clive. I had done a project previously with him, a failed project, one of my many string of like didn't work projects, just not right timing. And I thought, so he took me up to his office, and I told him what happened, and I was like, I still got this. I mean, that would never happen. What are the odds you run into Clive Davis on the street drunk? So, so I was like, I'm okay. Something will work out. And in fact, I saw him recently, since The Voice has started airing. I ran into him at a restaurant, and he said that he knew that this was going to happen for me.
That's terrific. Another thing that you had to deal with, you mentioned on the first episode of the show, was your mom getting sick. How's she doing, by the way?
My mom's doing really well. I feel very lucky, especially seeing the outcome of Aaron Willett's situation. Her father passed away of pancreatic cancer. We got really lucky that we found it, and then. So thank you for asking. And then separately, one of my really dear friends, who's a young dude in his 30s, just dropped over the other day with stage 3 brain cancer. Oh my God. And it's like the song that I'm singing is extremely pertinent to sort of these things that I'm having to sort of deal with, and so I'm excited to sing it for them. I'm definitely going to sing it for Frank and his wife Lisa, who are dealing with that. So we just